Hi, I'm Jeff Stokes. Welcome to Jeff's Daily Dose of Encouragement. Today I want to encourage you about the sign of Jesus' coming. In Mark, as well as in the other Gospels of Matthew and Luke, Jesus gives a little bit of an insight as to when he will be coming back to meet his elect in the clouds. And it goes like this from Mark 13 and verse 14, and it says, "But when you shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet standing where it ought not, let him that reads understand. Then let them that be in Judea flee to the mountains." So there's going to be a time when this abomination of desolation is set up in the temple in Jerusalem, which is not even built yet, and then there's going to be a great fleeing. This is specifically in Israel, and then further down it says in verse 19, "For in those days shall be affliction, such as was not from the beginning of the creation which God created unto this time, neither shall he be." And Matthew says it says tribulation. It's a great tribulation. "And except that the Lord had shortened those days," that's verse 20, "no flesh should be saved, but for the elect's sake, whom he has chosen, he has shortened the days." Right? And then there's other things that are going to happen, like, "And then if any man say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or Lo, he is there, believe him not. For false Christs and false prophets shall arise and show signs and wonders to seduce." So they actually can show signs and wonders. To show signs and wonders to seduce, if it were possible, even the elect. "But take heed, behold, I have foretold you all things." So there's that verse there, verse 23, take heed, because I have foretold you all things. "But in those days, after that the tribulation," okay, after that tribulation, get that, after that tribulation, that's key words, after that tribulation. So that tribulation, the abomination of desolation has got to come, and a great fleeing away because of a great tribulation, such as has never been seen on earth. Just because there's events going on in the Middle East at the moment does not mean to say that that is the sign of the end. Okay, so, "But take heed, behold, I have told you all things, but in those days after that tribulation, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken." Okay, so there's going to be also catastrophic events in the heavens, as well as catastrophic events on the earth. They all come one after another. The abomination of desolation, the great tribulation, the catastrophe in the heavens. Those three things must happen. "And then," verse 26, "and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with power and great glory." Only then will it happen. Now, no one knows when exactly that time is, but we've got to watch out for those particular signs, okay? "And then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven." Okay? And then it says next in 28, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When her branch is yet tender and puts forth leaves, you know that the summer is near. So ye in like manner, when you see these things come to pass, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away." So Jesus is clearly saying those three things I mentioned, the abomination of desolation in the temple, the great tribulation, and the catastrophe in the heavens. The sun and the moon darkened, and the moon won't give light, and the stars falling from heaven, and the powers of heaven shaken. So those three events must happen, and then the Son of Man is going to come in the clouds. So people who are thinking, which they do, people try to divine things out of the events that are happening at the moment. If those three things are not happening, forget it. It's not going to happen. But Jesus is coming back after those things, because he said it out of his own mouth. If you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, if you confess with your mouth the Lord Jesus and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For whosoever shall confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God dwells in him, and he in God. And you can trust Jesus. He foretold his death, how he would die, his death. He foretold his resurrection, and he foretold his coming back. God bless you. Have a great day.